May I help you, sir?
You got any soda?
$1.
Hey, check this out. Why don't you let me get a sip for 15 cents?
My cups cost more than 15 cents.
All right, the cup. Pour it in my hand for a dime.
Pay me and get the hell out of my store.
You got change for 100?
You're gonna need an orthopedic surgeon to remove my foot from your ass.
What's up, guys? Boy, Benny. Both Joe Biden and Donald Trump were campaigning in Pennsylvania this week. Now, every single time I hear about Pennsylvania in the 2024 election, I always remember the video of the Amish doing a Trump parade with their horses and buggies.
And the same on the game. Hey, Donald Trump is your president, and if you like it or not, keep the energy you had with Barack. Cause you know this Trump train don't stop.
That's so awesome. There are 150,000 Dutch Amish in Pennsylvania, and they love Trump. And they love those flying those Trump flags off those horses and buggies. And let me tell you what, they are like the rest of the country who loves Trump and hates Joe Biden. Okay? Doesn't matter where you're from. Doesn't matter your religion. Doesn't matter if you take a Cybertruck to work or a horse and buggy. You all hate Joe Biden. This is proven true once again in new polling from Axios, showing that as the long healing expanse of history extends, we start to realize how great Donald Trump was for America. Was Donald Trump or Joe Biden mostly good for America? Donald Trump, 42%. Joe Biden, half that, 25%. Look at this. Were they mostly bad for America? Joe Biden, 46% say Joe Biden's mostly bad for America. These are, by the way, totally rigged polls. They're rigged in favor of Democrats from a place like Axios. So it's actually probably much, much worse than this. But nonetheless, Donald Trump, his presidency is looking amazing at this point. So good, in fact, that left-wing reporters are asking Joe Biden questions like this. Joe Biden took a very rare, unscripted question, as far as we know, and the reporter goes, hey, the Amish have Trump flags hanging from their buggies, and there are no Joe Biden flags to be found. Aren't you from here?
Around the area, you see a lot of Trump signs, not very many Biden signs. Do you feel like you're in trouble here?
Well, you haven't been driving the right places, pal.
I haven't been driving the right places, pal. How about you come to my hometown, says Joe Biden. Come to my hometown, and you'll see how much support there is for me. So let's see. What was it like when Joe Biden drove through his hometown of Scranton, Pennsylvania yesterday? There he is. Yep. Gotta love this country. Gotta love our freedom of speech. Ladies and gentlemen, the people of Scranton, Pennsylvania, allegedly that's where Joe Biden's from. They don't really like Joe Biden at all. Joe Biden couldn't even fill a teeny little auditorium when he gave some little speech, and when he gave that speech, he couldn't even remember the name of his hometown because he has late-stage crippling dementia.
Out the door, North Scranton, North Washington Avenue, Scranton.
What the hell was that? And what the hell is this? And what this is another like really nice side-by-side of Donald Trump, who's a real president, and Joe Biden, who's a fake president. Donald Trump, who has real support of the people, and Joe Biden, who has fake support of the people. So Joe Biden went to a Sheetz in Pennsylvania. Sheetz is a very, very popular gas station in Pennsylvania. Wawa, also a popular gas station in Pennsylvania. And nobody cared. I mean, nobody even stands up for the guy. So, meanwhile, Donald Trump went to a bodega in Harlem, and the streets are packed, wall to wall. Check out this humiliating footage of Joe Biden walking into a gas station in allegedly his home state that he won, and nobody even bothers to stand up for him. Got it. And Joe Biden mumbles through some sandwich order. They back the press off. The press don't get a chance to ask Joe Biden any questions. Joe Biden mumbles and marble mouths through some little order. Let's go ahead and see. What was he going to say? You didn't hear it? Yeah, okay. The press did get to ask a single question of Joe Biden during this visit. And Joe Biden then says, don't jump. We kid you not. Press asked a serious question about Joe Biden and diplomatic and foreign relations. And Joe Biden says, don't jump.
Your relationship with Xi Jinping, your new relationship with him.
No,
Why?
don't jump.
Oh, got it. Okay, but remember Donald Trump's attack on the free press. Got it. Biden hasn't even arrived at a rally in Philly, and this is how it's going. Joe Biden is being protested all throughout Philly today. People are screaming and raging. Great. So again, Democrat Party is the party of the mentally disturbed and the, psychotic people. And you don't have to be psychotic to assume that anybody is actually fans of Joe Biden. This is what it looks like in Joe Biden's hometown. When Joe Biden goes to his hometown, this is what it looks like. They have to fill in the empty space with curtains here. They have to literally put up curtains in order to fill it, because Joe Biden can't pack a teeny little town hall here. Meanwhile, Donald Trump on the streets of Harlem, and no one can even pass by because there are too many people packed into the streets of Harlem. The difference, ladies and gentlemen, between a real president and a president who is actually the resident of the White House. Notice that there are more press than actual supporters of Joe Biden. I've never actually met a Joe Biden supporter. I don't actually think those things exist. Probably for good reason, actually. The reason why there are no actual real supporters of Joe Biden is because there's nothing to support with Joe Biden. There is literally nothing that he has done that has made this country better. He is an evil person. He does not have any support because he does not have anything to support. Joe Biden just creepily wandering around with little children yesterday. Not exactly sure who would allow their kids to be so close to Joe Biden. Super creepy stuff. And also, obviously, something that you need to keep in mind is that every time Joe Biden is talking to you, he is lying to you. Joe Biden told this story yesterday on the campaign trail. Again, Joe Biden is back in his hometown, allegedly speaking to his people, and he decides to tell lying stories about cannibals.
My uncle, they called him Ambrose Brosey, they called him Bosey. My uncle Bosey was a hell of an athlete, they tell me, when he was a kid. And he became an Army Air Corps before the Air Force came along. He flew those single-engine planes as reconnaissance over war zones. He got shot down in New Guinea, and they never found the body because there were a lot of cannibals for real in that part of New Guinea. And then
Oh, okay. So Joe Biden's uncle was eaten by cannibals because he was fighting in World War II. Biden hints that his war hero uncle may have been eaten by flesh-eating savages, but this is all fake. However, Biden's account is inconsistent with Pentagon records, which show the plane was not shot down. According to his own Defense Department, it was a courier flight that suffered an engine failure and ditched off the ocean in Papua New Guinea. His uncle was a passenger rather than the pilot. Biden made the cannibal comment on a trip to Scranton, Pennsylvania, where he visited a war memorial bearing the name of his relative. The president said he got shot down, but it's not true, obviously. Joe Biden is a dirty liar. And not the first time that Joe Biden's lied about the death of a service member in the family. Joe Biden regularly lies about the death of his son, Beau Biden, which is like, what kind of a person do you have to be to lie about something like that? He says his son died in Iraq, but he didn't die in Iraq. His son died wearing a suit and tie to work as the Attorney General of Delaware 10 years after deploying to Iraq. Again, we're not saying it's not a tragedy, but it's a tragedy to actually lie about your kid's death for political clout, right? Sick bastard. Anyway, Joe Biden getting screamed at and yelled at everywhere that he goes in Pennsylvania, apparently his home state, and Donald Trump, back in his hometown of the New York boroughs, getting treated like this. Yeah. Baby, tell me, who is a man of the people and who is the person that America truly wants? Ignore the polls and look at this. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe to keep America extremely based and free. See ya.